Well, actors Shah Rukh and Deepika Padukone gears up for the release of their new film Pathaan on the 25th of January. But prior to release, fringe groups are on the prowl, stripping down every poster of the movie and also threatening to disrupt the screening. This has happened in Varanasi and in Ahmedabad as well, as we will show you those pictures of how vandals are out there tearing down posters in both these locations, in some cases also raising slogans and protests not to allow the movie to release. Workers of Bajrang were detained for a brief period on Wednesday after they protested against the release of SRK starrer Pathan by tearing off posters in a theatre at a mall in Ahmedabad. No police complaint was lodged. The demonstrations also warned the mall management that if the movie is released, they will launch an even more vehement demonstration. Now you can see in this video on your right, the demonstrators are destroying mall property. Protesters could be seen yelling slogans and also destroying the giant cutouts of the movie. VHP has said that Bajrang Dal workers got to know posters of the movie were put out, so they decided to protest as they did not want the movie to release. Meanwhile, the CBFC, the Central Board of Film Certification, has engaged with the filmmakers, and the two sides have come to an understanding about the changes to be made. The board has awarded the film a UA certificate following 10 cuts that were made upon mutual consent. These include removal of the lead actor Deepika Padukone's close-up shots. Let's put out the changes that were made. These are the cuts that CBFC recommended, which was agreed upon. At least 3 changes made to the controversial song Besharam Rang. Close-up shots of the buttocks, side pose and sensuous dance movements during the lyrics Bahut Tang Kiya have been removed. Certificate, however, does not mention whether the saffron outfit that has been the center of the controversies around the protests against the film was removed or not. The cuts that were agreed upon is running on your screens. There are as many as 10 of them. Now the question is that when the regulatory body is seized of the matter, when the issue is being discussed between the two sides, the CBFC on one side, the filmmakers on the other, when the cuts were agreed upon, they were also removed, certain objectionable content removed, why then are the fringe elements still out there threatening to disrupt the screening? One would have thought that after CBFC certification, the decks are clear, but that is not the case. Let me go across to our correspondent Siddharth, joining me from Ahmedabad to tell us more about the ground situation. Before I go to Siddharth, let's first listen in to how the Congress party has now waded into this debate, saying that this is precisely why the Bharat Jodo Yatra is being conducted to defeat these kind of divisive elements. Let's listen in to Pawan Khera speaking to Mirror Now.
Call has been taken by some of the politicians saying that we need to boycott Pathaan movie, and for that matter even many of the Congress leaders are also reacting that this is a kind of venom which the BJP and RSS is trying to spread in the country.
This is a typical BJP style of politicking where they divide everyone. They try and put one against the other. Now they are trying to put society against Bollywood, people against Bollywood. Now that's not how you play your politics. Please focus on governance and stop this divisive politics. Bollywood has had its contribution in our society. Every field has its own contribution to the society. You focus on governance, let them focus on movie making.
So because Bharat Jodo Yatra is also about this entire matter, so how do you see this these kinds of statements coming from the politicians and boycotting the Bollywood movies?
No, I think such politicians and this thinking needs to be boycotted more than anything else.
Well, the issue is of free speech. The issue is of Bollywood being targeted time and again. The issue is of actors being vilified and villainized based on often a weak argument, a false narrative of deliberate agendas to hurt religious sentiments. Let me welcome joining us here on the program Satyen Kulabar, BJP spokesperson from Gujarat, Bhavna Ramanna, actor and activist from Bengaluru, and Aditya Pratap, lawyer, also on the show. Very good evening to the lady and to the two gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here on the program. Now, at least 2 of the biggest Bollywood actors, Shah Rukh Khan himself and Amitabh Bachchan, also spoke up on this issue of free speech, how Bollywood, how filmmakers should be allowed to exercise their right to free speech, their creative liberty, but time and again, there are elements who object to certain content. Now, there is a regulatory body here, Satyen Kulabar ji, that decides if there is an objectionable content, if there is anything that could inflame passions, it is their job to point that out, to request the filmmakers to make the correction. Why then do we give these fringe groups such a free run to destroy posters, to disrupt screenings? Gujarat में, Ahmedabad में जो हुआ, क्या आप इसको support करते हैं?
See, we should actually go through the history of the events which has flown after this movie has come into picture. At least, especially the song which we are talking of. The most critical element here is not what they want to showcase, but it is basically related to some, we are not at all against of any religion, any caste, any creed. We always believe it's sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka vishwas. But while we are talking this, we also would like to request from your forum that there has to be a sanctity of any color, any religion, any system. You cannot use words which are, of national importance like PMO, like raw. These are all words of national importance, and you are using it
तो
for.
सीबीआई ने तो कह दिया कि इनको हटा दीजिए, लेकिन ये कैसे आप अलाउ कर सकते हैं? लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इज अ स्टेट सब्जेक्ट. ये कैसे आप अलाउ कर सकते हैं कि bunch of hooligans will go and disrupt and destroy mall property? I mean, why is the state government not speaking up against this? Why is the law and order getting disturbed because of this movie in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad?
See, there are ways and means of protesting, and one should always restrain to the book of law, which I always believe. But one thing one must also understand that while we know that there are certain things in this country which are not, it is religious bounded. One should, try not to get into it. Why is every time some movie makers make such type of a movie where a specific religion is targeted? Why is this type of thing not happening for any other religion?
I mean, people who have heard the song, people who have seen this particular clipping also do not find anything, deliberately targeting any one section of society. But I will allow my colleague Siddharth to come in here. He's reporting on all the, ground situation in Ahmedabad. Siddharth, I would like to know, first of all, what has been the state response to the kind of disruptive activities on the part of Bajrang Dal? They have openly declared, by the way, that they will not allow this movie to release. In their official handle, they are saying that we have destroyed these mall, posters, and we will continue to do so. We cannot have this movie screened. Why is the state government not intervening? Because it's the CBFC's job to understand where there is objectionable content, not Bajrang Dal. They cannot decide.
Right from the day the ruckus took place at the mall and the vandalism took place, right from that day we are tracking the government, and the government has clearly maintained a very safe distance in this matter. They are not speaking officially. No statement has been given forward by any of the BJP spokesperson or any other person from the organization. So that is again a big question at this point of time. And secondly, the big point is we talked about the vandalism. We had a talk with the Gujarat State Multiplex Association President, Mr. Manubhai Patel, and he very clearly told that, all the theatre owners are they are scared, because it's not just the matter of the movie, it's the matter of the livelihood of the thousands of people who are directly or indirectly aligned or related with with this profession. Especially he was very concerned, and just a very short update, next week there is going to be a very significant meeting between the organization, the Multiplex Association of Gujarat. They would be holding a very important meeting where they would be discussing. On the second hand, what they have done is they've made sure that proactive measures have taken. No complaint has officially been filed against the VHP or the Bajrang Dal or any of the individuals. 5 of them were detained, but soon after 1 or 2 hours time, they were let off from the police station. So this is the total condition. Now it has gained the political color also, and not just, you can say, the BJP. We are not not even seeing the Congress on the roads. We are not seeing any kind of official statements from the Congress people or from the Aam Aadmi
Even
Party
though
in
at the
Gujarat.
national
That
level
is
we did
also
hear,
very
Siddharth,
concerning that
a couple of
they are not
Congress
taking-
leaders coming out and slamming this violence. But yes, in the state level, we do not hear even the opposition speaking up against it. The mall owners are being cautious. They want to have a meeting among themselves and see how they can resolve the situation. Siddharth, thanks for joining us. Bhavna Ramanna, your thoughts on the fact what my colleague also said, that this is not the question of one movie or one city where this is happening. It is an industry that is thriving at the moment, and we would want it to succeed for multiple reasons. We would want the Hindi film industry in Bollywood to survive. It, after all, supports thousands of people. But this relentless attack on movies, on movie stars, how are you viewing this, and where do you think the government has failed in controlling these events?
It's not government's failure, it's actually the government's success, because that's what happens when you do not have any kind of democracy at all. After being winning that many seats in Gujarat, obviously they are not in a position to listen to anybody, because as we all know, there is no opposition at all now, right now in Gujarat state. But then other thing is, our Prime Minister, sir, Mr. Modi ji, has been always appealing that Gujarat has to grow up to be a new, big, different arena that they wanted to create in Gujarat state. It can be a business center, they want it to be a Silicon City, they want every business to come, and then they want people to come and invest there. But this is, I don't understand, with this kind of behavior, I don't know what exactly that they want to put across a message to people also, even who want to invest in the state. It is, I don't understand that at all. Okay, cinema, yes. As a cinema artist and a producer, I feel extremely bad and targeting. And now it has become so political, and then politics is involving themselves in everything, into art. Now in Karnataka, right now what is happening is, we have this Sahitya Academy festival, which is by the government from the Sahitya Academy. And there the president of the Sahitya Academy, he has already said, the Sahitya festival is not to do with the Sahitis, it's the festival of only the Sahitya. That's only, what he means is it's a festival of literature, but not the literates, you know. So that is what it is. I don't know, but even to argue or even to say anything, it sounds and
so
it makes
you are
it
saying
really
that what it does is it
They've
stifles
really brought it
artists.
down to
What you're
that
saying is
level that you can't really say anything.
it curtails the creative freedom.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, for any artist to always have this dagger hanging over his head,
ma'am, completely.
obviously that is going to impact his creative tendencies. He will have to keep so many considerations in mind. It is not a very good situation to be in.
Yes, it's not just the actor, it's not just the actor, and yes, absolutely not. Even the mall people, I don't understand what will be the situation for the people to go to the theatre.
Yes, and it affects
and not to
my
forget
choice.
we as Indians,
I mean,
we are
I
one
as
of
a
the
citizen
biggest
want to
cinema
have
makers in the world.
I should be able to choose if I want to watch a movie or not. I mean, some political outfit cannot decide, you know, whether I can watch this movie or not. They cannot ban or disrupt the screening because it affects my freedom of choice. Aditya Pratap is with us to
They
tell
should
us
not
more
decide.
about...
In that case,
Yes.
ma'am, here I would like to say one thing. Ma'am, I just
Yes,
wanted to say
continue,
one
please.
thing. See, democracy is always kept alive through the people and by the people. In this case also, it is not about Congress people coming up and talking about it. It should be the people should be supporting an art form and the artists and the cinema industry, which has been alive in our country since last 1 century. And we've seen such a massive history when it comes to cinema industry.
We have.
I
Let me
think
have Aditya
people
Pratap come
should
in as
really
well.
support
Mr.
the
Pratap,
industry.
this strips me of my choice as a citizen. And a bunch of hoodlums have sort of hijacked this whole issue of what content should be viewed and what cannot be viewed. And they will make sure that a movie screening is disrupted. They're doing it. And in this scenario, why we are worried is that the elected government that is responsible to ensure that I get to exercise my freedom of choice is not intervening. You know, I feel that there is a attack on fundamental rights at multiple levels here. from the creator's side, from the citizen's side as well.
Well, in fact, I would like to begin on a rather humorous note that on one hand, we have people being picked up for sedition. We have people arrested left, right, and center. Then the urban naxals issue and all came up. They've been behind bars. Okay, I won't comment on that. But the point is, then why are these people roaming free? First and foremost, we have the offense which is captured on camera. It is the offense of rioting. It is the offense of criminal trespass. It is the offense of damage of criminal mischief, and complete unlawful assembly. We see every aspect. It's a plethora of criminal offenses. Evidence is there. You see these people coming as part of an organized group. Not only can register an FIR, and they can register an FIR, they can arrest immediately.
But mall owners are not filing a complaint, Mr. Aditya Pratap. Look at the tragedy of the situation. Mall owners are also treading cautiously. They do not want to antagonize these elements. Perhaps they feel that they have the blessings of the government in power.
No, exactly. See, the point is a crime is an offense against the state. See, whenever a riot happens, the victims are too scared anyways to file a complaint. Does it mean that the police officer should stay silent? We have section 39 of the CRPC which says that the public is duty bound to give information of certain categories of offenses to the police. And if the mall owner stays silent, there should be booked, because there's a penal provision in IPC also for failing to report a crime. Also, yes, there is. And also the police station can itself take powers, because under the Code of Criminal Procedure, a police officer has the powers to prevent a cognizable offense.
But you know what? My colleague Siddharth was saying that the state government is maintaining a safe distance. Satyen Kulabar, that is not what we elect our leaders for, to maintain safe distance from hooligans. Would you not be emboldening these elements? They will do it again and again. And the more emboldened they get, the more they will disturb law and order situation. Does that not reflect very poorly on the government in power in Gujarat?
Siddharth was also saying that none of the spokesmen has come ahead to give any statement. I am sitting in front of you. So that is one part of it. What Mrs. Ramanujan was talking, that Gujarat is not a safe city or not a safe state. This is the safest state of the country. It has got highest FDIs coming across from all across the globe. It has the most enhanced business environment to work for. It has the most investments coming across from even the various states also. Many of the states where there is no business opportunity, people have come to the state of Gujarat.
No, you're not answering my question, Mr. Kulabar. Why are you allowing these elements to run amok?
I am just trying to reply.
Why are they getting a free run? Yes, please do.
I am just trying to reply what questions are raised, and in a very, very systematic manner. One thing I would like to very categorically state from your national channel, that one should not try to, embarrass somebody on the religion front. If there is anything which has gone wrong, both the parties should sit together, have a cohesive talk, and get it resolved.
You just heard Aditya Pratap say that there are multiple offences here. It is visible. There is unlawful assembly. There is trespassing. There is destroying property. So many different levels of offence. Then there is evidence caught on camera. Yet no penalty. Because this is sending a very wrong message as well, sir. I have to say that.
We always respect religious. We always respect each and every party. We always respect the various phenomena. We understand that a cinema takes a lot of pain to come to screen. It's a process of lot of delegation of work, lot of money, lot of people, lot of manpower resource involved in that. We really don't want to get into anything where anybody has got a disturbance. But when it
the police to take cognizance, I'm just repeating what a lawyer in the show is saying. The local police should have taken cognizance, should have booked these people for vandalism and for various sections that Mr. Pratap just mentioned. I would have to leave it at there. I'm sorry, we'll have to close the conversation here. Satyen Kulabar, Bhavna Ramanna, Aditya Pratap, thank you so much for joining us today.